All right, March 8th marks International Women's Day this year. So today, my guests and I are celebrating women who inspire us. So please welcome a few of my favorite women, Alexis Hans, Tanya Brandt, and Samantha Yamin. Very excited about today.
Right.
How are you? Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for having us.
So excited to be here.
Yeah, this is going to be good. I feel like we all have such strong women role models in our lives, whether it's in fashion, in food, in STEM and science. So I'm really excited to hear who has really inspired you in your journeys.
Can't wait to share.
Oh, yeah.
There's too many to say.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
The narrowing it down is the hard part.
That was tough.
Definitely. All right, y'all go have a seat because I'm going to get us started in the kitchen. So have a little seat, get comfy, get cozy. I'm very excited. When we were thinking of this episode, we were like, who are we going to talk about today? I've talked about my mom. Obviously, everyone knows I love my mom so much. Truly one of the strongest people I know. But I wanted to talk about someone who's like a real inspiration in the world of like the culinary situation for me. So one of my culinary heroes is the cocktail party queen herself, Ina Garten.
Woo!
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. I love Ina Garten. Like, not only is she an amazing cookbook author, writing literally 13 cookbooks.
Wow.
She's got countless cooking TV shows. I think she's really helped a lot of people get comfortable in the kitchen. I remember being a kid, coming home from school, and doing my homework lying on the floor in front of the TV, just watching her cook and share food with people.
I can see that.
Yeah, it was an energy. I had like a literal spot. I feel like I wore a little area in the rug, just being like, and this is where I watch my cooking shows. All right, so today I wanted to celebrate, and in honor of Ina, I wanted to make the ultimate cocktail party app. We are making cheddar chipotle crackers.
Ooh.
Yes. Now, in classic Ina fashion, these crackers are more of a shortbread cookie, which is an absolute delight. She does a couple different versions of these, but they're always very heavy on one of Ina's favorite ingredients, butter. So I'm very excited. So we're gonna start those cracker cookies. I'm gonna call them crackers or cookies throughout the segment. It's a fluid term. But we're gonna go in with half a cup of room temperature butter. You can use salted or unsalted. For this, it really does not matter. But I'm just gonna go into a big bowl with that. And then into there, I'm going to start adding in the flavorings for these crookies. I think is what we're going to do.
Okay.
I just thought of that. I'm feeling really good about it. That's really good. I'm going to add in some cheese. Since there's cheddar in here, obviously, we need about a cup of extra old grated cheddar cheese. Now, I'm using the white cheddar. It's usually sharp, really punchy. But you could trade this out. You could do this with Parmesan. You could do it with Asiago. You could do it with Gruyere. Really anything.
Yeah,
do you guys have a favorite cheese?
I like a sharp cheddar.
Okay,
I
okay.
do. I really
Okay.
cheddar fan.
And, I mean, Parmesan's
Oh,
good.
Parmesan's
But
also
I
good.
do like a good, like, strong.
Yeah, punch me in the face.
Yes. Yeah, I was like punchy cheddar, 100%. So good. Now into there to build up a little bit more flavor in there, we're going in with 1 teaspoon of chipotle chili powder. Now, if you only have regular chili powder, that's gonna work perfectly, but chipotle is a little bit smokier, so it's got really good flavor. So I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of that. It's not overly spicy, so this isn't gonna knock your socks off, but it is gonna go throughout and get tons of flavor in there. Now I'm gonna go in with about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper for a little bit, again, more smoky heat, and then about half a teaspoon of salt. If you're using salted butter, you can feel free to lessen the salt, but I wanna use like a coarse salt in here too, because then you get those little crispies.
Oh, yes.
Which we talked about a lot this morning, I feel like. We talked about salt a lot this morning. It's a good day.
We're big fans of compound butters. So
Yes.
that's what we discovered.
Honestly, essentially what I'm doing is making a compound butter right now, and then I'm gonna make that into a cookie or cracker. So I'm just gonna blitz this up, just to combine, and that cheese might start flying everywhere.
You got this, you got this.
We're standing back, Alexis is here. I'm not gonna muddy up my dress, don't worry.
She's watching.
We got the whole show lined up.
But it smells amazing. You smelt that chipotle powder. It's absolutely beautiful. Now into there, we're gonna go in with our flour. So you could use whole wheat flour if you want. You could even do a gluten-free, but I'm going in with regular all-purpose. You need about a 1.25 cups of flour. If you're doing whole wheat, maybe use a little less, because sometimes it doesn't kind of emulsify the same way. But we're gonna go in with that. Now, one thing I am gonna have on hand is a little bit of milk or water, something that can kind of bring this together. Because depending on the day, flour's temperamental. Sometimes it's going to come together beautifully, sometimes it's not. So just have that on hand just in case. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a beat. This is where it gets extra messy, actually.
Careful.
So this is essentially making making a shortbread. If you wanted to, you could also do this in a food processor, but just give it a beat until it starts to kind of look like a shaggy, kind of like lumpy dough, almost like a pie crust. If you need it, this is looking a little dry, I'm going in with just a splash of milk, just to bring things together and make it into a nice dough.
Cool.
Okay, I'm almost there.
I see the vision.
We see the vision.
Yeah.
Honestly, anytime I watch Ina, she is way more precise than me. She's more of a scientist like you.
Yeah.
Because she like measures
comes out.
everything.
Yeah.
She'll be like, I'm gonna measure half a teaspoon of pepper, and then she grinds it and then measures it.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, girl, that's wild.
Icon. Because she's a woman in STEM.
She's a woman that she knows what's up. She knows accuracy is key. All right, once your mixture kind of looks like this, it still kind of looks like a mess, but what you want to do, just like when you're making pie dough, is grab a little bit of it and give it a squeeze. It looks like a disaster, but then once you squeeze it, it all holds together beautifully. So that is looking great. That's gonna give you a nice, short, beautiful, tender cookie or cracker. Again. Cookie. We've got it. So once you do that, you wanna transfer that onto a piece of plastic or parchment paper and roll it into about an 8-inch log. That's gonna be perfect, because this is a really great way to have these like homemade cookie cracker situations on hand pretty much whenever you need them. So you want to pop those into the fridge for an hour to chill, or you can leave them in there for up to 4 days.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Or if you don't know, maybe someone's going to stop by in a month and you don't want to be caught unprepared, you can store them in the freezer for up to 3 months, which is an absolute delight.
That's cool.
That's so handy.
Right?
Love it making
Yeah.
it.
And then also, if you're having a cracker cookie emergency, you can just slice off one and bake it. You can slice off as many as you want.
It happens.
And you're good to go. Sometimes you're like, I need exactly one cracker.
I do.
This is me after work. Every day I get home and I'm like, I eat like a child. I make cheese and crackers. And I'm like, what a delight.
In front of the TV.
Yes, honestly, still that's the vibe.
Yeah.
All right, so what you want to do is just unroll that beautiful log. It's
nice.
buttery, it's cheesy, and then just get a sharp knife. This makes about, I'd say, 24 cookies or crackers. Again, who knows? And then just slice them. That's all you need to do. Again, you can slice off as many or as few as you'd like. Transfer those onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. And then you just need to pop those into a 350-degree oven for just about 15 to 18 minutes. Whether they're from the fridge or the freezer, they'll bake up perfectly in that time. They're gonna spread just a little bit, but once they're done, they're gonna be a little firm, nice and a tiny bit golden around the edges. You end up with things that look like this.
Looks so good.
Again, like that little bit of crispy cheese on the bottom looks absolutely out of control. Again, if you wanted to do this with Gruyere, a little bit of garlic powder, that would be delicious.
Ooh.
You do herbe de Provence in there too, a little French.
Yes.
Very
Okay.
Ina, very fun. All right, I'm gonna share these delicious cookie crookies with my pals here, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, I'm gonna make Ina Garten's signature cocktail, so stick around. We are back, and I am so excited because I've got 3 wonderful women here with me today. We had a good day. Now, in honor of International Women's Day, we are all kind of celebrating women who've made a really big impact in our lives, whether personally or professionally. And I started things off with my one and only Ina Garten. I just love her so much. I think she's such an amazing woman. She does such great things. So we had to start off with almost like a little cocktail party vibe, because she's the queen of cocktail
Yes,
parties.
yeah.
She is.
100%. So before the break, I made these cheddar chipotle crackers, which I've now called crookies, which are basically a cracker cookie.
They're so delicious.
Right?
Yes.
They kind of taste like a savory shortbread cookie.
Delicious.
Yes. And then that crispy
And
cheese.
the cheese comes through, like the flavor comes through.
You
Yeah.
won't make just one, by the way.
Yeah.
You're gonna make all 24.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't bake just one and you're good to go. Just arrange that onto a nice charcuterie board or a cheese platter and you are good to go, like an absolute stunner. But if you are having little nibbles and you're hanging out, you gotta make Ina Garten's favorite thing, which is a cosmopolitan.
Woo!
Yes. So I'm actually feeling really pumped about this. I was like kind of anti-cosmopolitans because like vodka's just not my vibe.
Okay.
But I love cranberry juice. It's super punchy, it's really tasty. And if you make a classic cosmopolitan and you make it right, ooh, it is a delicious beverage. Okay, so I'm gonna get to work on the classic Cosmo. So I have got a shaker here that is basically full with ice. You want that to be as full as possible because ice is actually a key ingredient in this recipe. You think it's just to chill the drink, but when you shake it, that's gonna aerate the drink a little bit. It's also gonna put some of those like ice flakes in there, give it a really nice pale pink color and give it like nicer flavor. So into here, I'm gonna start building my cocktail. We have got, okay. Anytime a cocktail goes in a martini glass, it is rocket fuel. Do we not agree? Like, why do we put the wildest cocktails in the spilliest glass?
You'll either love it or hate it when
Yes.
I say that, Mark.
It's part of the challenge.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Anytime you order one and a waiter has to bring it to you, oh my gosh, you are a mean person because they got to carry it so carefully so it's not spilling.
Or if it's on a tray.
Oh
it's just
boy.
like,
Yeah.
Out of luck. Out of luck. So
I've
I'm gonna
seen
get
some go down a back. So
Oh no. Yeah, you're walking by and
that was in culinary school.
Oh gosh.
Not me though. Somebody else.
Somebody else dumped a cocktail down someone's back unintentionally. Okay, so we're gonna get to work on this delicious cocktail. Super, super simple. So I've got my cocktail shaker full of ice. I'm going into there with 2 ounces, also known as a 1/4 cup of vodka. Use whatever vodka you got on hand, whatever you like. And this makes 1 cocktail. Again, rocket fuel. Rocket fuel. I'm warning ya. Then we're gonna go in with a 1/2 ounce or 1 tablespoon of orange liqueur. Whatever you've got hanging around, pop that in. And then orange and cranberry are such great together. Like, they're such great partners. So we're going in with 1 ounce or 2 tablespoons of cranberry juice. I like using cranberry cocktail, actually, not pure cranberry juice, because it's got a little bit of sweetness to it. It's not as bitter. I like pure cranberry juice, but it's not for everybody, you know? So we're gonna go in with that. Then I'm going in with about 1/2 ounce or a tablespoon of some lime juice. Fresh squeezed, that's an Ina must. If you tried to use the bottled stuff for Ina Garten, I think she'd leave.
Yeah, it's a juicy one.
Yeah, she would be like, no. Fantastic, all right. If you have a little citrus reamer, fantastic, easier. And then we're just gonna pop the lid on. Now, this is the scariest part. You gotta do it so one side is flat. I've learned this from Evelyn Chick.
Okay.
Tap it down and you are good to go. So now, part of the recipe, the hardest part of this recipe is you have to shake this for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, they're gonna feel like the longest 30 seconds in your whole entire life. Because you want this to be cold. So I'm gonna shake this for real for 30 seconds. So can we get a timer up on the screen, please? Okay, we got 30 seconds. Everyone wanna count me in? In 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna shake it. I never look cool shaking a cocktail. Thank you. See, guys, we're only 10 seconds in. I know. Okay, at this point, oh shoot. At this point, my hands hurt. They're in pain. They're cold. It's getting cold. You can do it. Yes.
You made us so proud.
Thank you so much. Now we have to get this open. That's the hard part. So what you gotta do is give it a good smack.
Oh.
I did it! I have never been successful. That was a thrill. That was a thrill. So now we need to pour this into, obviously, a martini glass. Now, if you've got a martini glass at home, go for it. I've got an Ina-style martini glass here. So we're gonna strain this baby in. Now, you were looking for a nice pale, kind of pink color.
Let's see.
Pop that on in. Like, look at that. Absolute beaut. You can see the little ice chips in there as well. They look so great. A little twist of some lime on there. Evelyn Chick would be proud. I'll do one of these.
Oh,
Squeezy. And then
You know she's watching.
You know she's watching.
You know.
All right, this is an absolute delight. I'm very excited about this. But my ultimate dream would be to cook or obviously share a cheers with my real life hero. But for now, I think this will have to do. Hi, Ina. Happy International Women's Day. Cheers. Oh my gosh, what a delight. Alexis Hans, you are up next. We gotta take a break. We'll be right back. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.